EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And here's Lewis. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Rodgers took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get only 4 that time. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now Foles escaping the pressure right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
25 yards.
25 yards that time.
1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. The previous play big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. Loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Williams.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Check, 59.
Here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
At their own 50.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles, flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. No gain on the play there, it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He didn't even even tried to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Chicago.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instincts sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
To number 81.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Now they can't bring him down. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down. First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Now he'll escape to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And I think the ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the effort's sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to try and throw. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
And the Bears first down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe.
It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 10, Bears 7.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Ray Carter on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, here's Edmonds. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Murray's picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 1, Foles. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Foles. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears.
To number 80, Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Bears 14, Cardinals 10. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot.
And he's going to go down again. Robert Quinn, his second sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go! Under 10. Check 99. Check 99. Under.
Now Foles. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 35.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Shotgun now from Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Now, I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
A loss of 6 yards.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Josh Morrow able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Cardinals.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side.
Murray's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
At the 39-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
2.
Murray to throw. Flush to his right. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
For a Cardinal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
A 4-yard loss.
Play fake. Murray.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw on 2nd and 6. Foles flushed out right. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Foles. Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
9 yards. 3 and out.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past...
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bears take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
In overtime.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in.